preparation when we open up the PowerPoints. It starts when you are aware, when you're assigned, when you start knowing about what or when you're going to present and what, right? It doesn't start when you walk in the room. But yeah, so it's preparation starts way, way, way before when you are aware of it. So systems perspective, what do I mean? I mean, first think about your audience, okay? Think about your content. So that's audience, that one is content. And I want to say physics or logistics. Are you doing summer camp like me? It doesn't matter. Are you giving a dissertation presentation? Doesn't matter. Are you presenting to your C-suite people? Doesn't matter. Are you presenting in systems engineering class, in risk management class? Doesn't matter. Always think about audience, content, and physics, which also I want to say logistics. Okay. The success lies in between. No matter how good is your content, if you don't know about logistics, your presentation is doomed to fail, probably. If you know the logistics, but you don't know the audience, you're again gonna fail probably, or it's not gonna be that impactful, right? Think about me for the summer camp. If they didn't tell me, if I didn't know that they were gonna be like kids, 8 years old, 9 years old, would my preparation be the same? If I didn't know it and I prepared it, for example, like the university grad students or undergrad level, right? And then all of a sudden I saw, oh, these are little kids. What do I do now, right? So that's what I mean by the systems perspective. Who is my audience? What is my content? And what is the physics? Okay. What is the logistics? This is very important. So if your sponsor is telling you, okay, Deborah, and saying, Deborah, you're going to present something next week. These are the questions that you will ask. They will not tell you probably. They will assume you know it, right? But you got to ask, okay, where am I going to do it? What time? What do you want me to talk about? Right? Who is my audience? These are the questions that you're going to force them to reply, to answer, to give a response, right? They will assume that you know it, but who knows, right? You will always need to ask these things because I have a lot of well, success and failure stories. Just I want to say a failure story. There was one, well, we attend conferences, right? When I was in PhD, I was gonna attend a conference, and guess what? This time I didn't need to fly. I didn't need to go in a hotel. The conference was in my university. It was one of our buildings. We are designing it. We are planning it, well, organizing it as a university. And it was just a few minutes walk away from my building. Guess what? So I became lazy. I prepared the content, right? I know my audience, but I didn't check the physics. I didn't check the logistics, right? Because it was my university. I assumed even myself, I know it. It's that building, right? I didn't do anything until like half an hour before my presentation time. It was like 10:20 or something. So around 9 a.m., I said, okay, it's 1 hour now. Let's work on it. So I got my slides, on a thumb drive. And I asked a few students, like my PhD colleagues, hey, where's that building? They said, okay, over there. Okay, that's good. You can even see it from my window, right? Where my cubicle is. And then I said, okay, let's go to restroom, get some snack, and let's head it that way. And then I went that building and I looked at the conference program. It's not matching. So the names changed, right? People know that building with a different name, but it changed. So the conference people know it better. So it was not that building. And I was really panicked, right? I started asking people. They were pointing some other buildings. I tried to find some employee. They know the best, right? The maintenance guys. They said it should be this building and that building. And then I said, okay, I was not there on time, right? I was late 5 minutes. Even in the building, after I find the building, I couldn't find the room because they have their own way of labeling the rooms in the conference, right? They printed up some papers and changed the rooms, and I didn't know. Okay, then I was late. I was like 5 minutes late, and everybody was waiting, and people started checking their emails and phones and stuff. And then I finally I was there, right? It was like a 25 minutes allocated to me. And then I said, okay, I'm sorry, I'm late. I have my thumb drive. Everything is cool. I'm gonna just speed up a little bit. And then they said, wait a minute, we don't have somewhere to stick that one. I said, what? So I can't use thumb drive? No. Why? It's security, whatever. I was presenting with another person, my teammate, and she said, oh, I have my laptop just by chance, right? And she said, can we plug in laptops? They said, oh, yes, yes. So they tried it. It didn't work. They they brought the IT guy for the conference only, right? He was helping with the IT stuff. So we spent another 10 minutes. So I only had like 10 minutes, and I was really like, uh, I want to say ashamed. I was really like not feeling good anyways. So she helped me out with the presentation. I didn't really present it. So she presented because I was really sad and like, how did I do this? Like if this conference was on the other side of the world, let's say South Africa, right? I would book the hotel. I'll make sure that I catch the flight and everything. It was in my school and I was late. Okay, so it was not a success. Although I know my audience and content, because I didn't know the physics, I didn't do my homework about logistics. I was not successful. Okay, that's one my failure story. So that's